regular meeting of Caldwell County Board of Education is called to order here on the 14th day of August 2023. And we appreciate your being here. The first item that we, and let me mention that BJ4 is with us on the phone there, so he is participating as well. First item is invocation for the board, and I recognize Mrs. Hannah Edwards.
Thank you. Good morning. For our invocation today, I was thinking about a church service that I recently attended with our youth, and the youth sang a song that has been ringing in my mind, This Little Light of Mine. And because the tune is kind of catchy, I've been humming it and singing it, and all of you know that song, don't you? Can I see a nod? Okay, will you sing the first little part with me? I asked Dr. Phipps if he'd do that this morning when I first came in. Y'all watching, he said he knew it, so let's do it together. You ready? Just the first little part. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine. Now, good. Hey, you look embarrassed a few of them, but you participated, so that was all I could ask for, and you did a great job. There's safety in numbers, and in some of the things that have come to my mind as I've listened to that song is that I brought a sample here. Some lights shine very brightly, and some lights are dimmer. And we all have a light. You all have an opportunity to share. The recent darkness from a very bad summer storm that was in our area, and you've had them too, haven't you? I began to hunt for numerous lights like this and to place them in strategic places. Some of you do the same thing, don't you? Didn't you put lights out and hope it wouldn't be dark? And I think of the children in Maui. Oh my goodness. I saw that on this morning's TV, and I think about how they have suffered through this horrific storm and severe devastation. Who's going to bring the light to them so they can begin a safe school year? And finally, the thoughts that went through my mind as I thought about light is this board and the people sitting here with me, and those in leadership that are here in the forefront. How will you focus on the light as we begin and anticipate beginning of a school term? How will your light shine? You have a light. Will your light be one of the brighter lights that's beginning to dim, or will it be one of the other lights that shine? I think that we sitting in this room have been given a real blessing, and that is an opportunity to bring comfort, joy, healing, kindness, and all of those things to the people around us that we work with daily. It's a choice we make. Let your light shine. Let it shine for all to see. You have it. It's within you. Would you join me for a moment of silent meditation and consider how we will be positive leaders in the Caldwell County schools, and how we will let our light shine brightly, so that the little children that sang this to us, we will remember. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Edwards, for that inspirational thought as we go into a new school year. Next, we have the Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll ask Mr. David Johnson, our Chief Financial Officer and Assistant Superintendent, if he would lead us.
You would please stand. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Next, we have approval of the agenda, which the board has had an opportunity to review. Do I hear a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
Chairman Hill, I move we approve the agenda as presented.
Is there a second?
Second that motion.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Next is approval of minutes. We only have one set, and that was our regular session meeting that took place on July the 10th, 2023. Do I hear a motion that we approve the minutes from that meeting?
I make the motion to approve the minutes of July 10th, 2023.
Is there a second?
I second the motion.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any opposed? Okay. Motion passes. Next, we have some announcements. Are you gonna?
I'll take care of it.
I'll turn it over to Dr. Phipps.
I wanted to, once again, as we get the school year started, thank our retirees. We had the formal celebration and all of the things that go through the pomp and circumstance of recognizing those folks, but they're at a place now where they're not coming back with us with the school year starting because they're enjoying retirement, and we just want to celebrate again with them and tell them that we're grateful for their service, but at the same time welcome our new staff members. And we have a beginning teacher activity that's going to be going on. In fact, it's in the boardroom right now, which is why we're here. And then also welcome, although there may not be BTs, beginning teachers, anybody who's new to our system as we kick off this school year. Our early college, high school, and the Caldwell Applied Sciences Academy have already had students return to campus, and they're back at it. We welcome our faculty back for our traditional schools today. We will have Convocation, which is our big back-to-school event on the 21st over at the Civic Center, 9 a.m. for a part of our group and 1 p.m. for the other to get everyone in. And then traditional schools return on the 28th of August. So we're geared back up, ready to go, and look forward to having everybody back on campus.
Thank you, Dr. Phipps.
Chairman
Yes.
Hill, may I ask a question?
Sure.
If it's appropriate. Dr. Phipps, in thinking that how important our BTs are and how important what they're doing today is for them, what happens to the BTs that are located in the schools that are already in session since we didn't get our waiver from the state to do what we needed to do? Are they,
They're in attendance.
pardon?
They're in attendance, and we've gotten subs in their buildings for
Oh,
them,
thank you.
which is
Okay.
not great, being it's so close to the beginning of school year for them to be out. But state does require they have a beginning teacher training and orientation. So we've tried, the principals have worked with us to try to make that happen. So
Thank you. I'm sorry that our calendar just didn't
I
allow
hope
it.
they can
Thank
get
you.
better.
Okay, at this point, we'll turn it over to Assistant Superintendent Dr. Bill Griffin.
Hey, good morning. I'll just go over my information from here, if that's okay. since
Sure,
there's
absolutely.
Anything to come up. The first is human resources, usual and customary informational items. You guys have a copy of those. They do not require any action at this time. Don't need a motion or a vote. Human resources, usual and customary action items. These are our contracts. That's subject B, category 7, subject B. Respectfully request a motion to approve human resources, usual and customary action items as contract that's presented this morning.
Do I hear a motion that we approve the human resource services usual and customary action items as it relates to contracts?
I move for that we approve the contracts as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes.
Great. Thanks so much. The second item, or third item I have is category 7, subject C, human resources usual and customary personnel action items, our substitute list. We have added a couple there that you see. We also have a substitute training for the 23rd, and then another one in the 1st of September. So we have many people signed up for that and hope to add to our numbers. I respectfully request a motion to approve human resources usual and customary personnel actions substitute list as presented this morning.
Do we have a motion to approve the human resources usual and customary personnel action items as it relates to the substitute list?
I move that we approve the substitute list as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes.
Great. And finally, category 7, subject D, our August board transfers for the school year 2023-2024. Total transfers requested 60. Transfers recommended board approval 54. Transfers not recommending board approval 6. Total board approval for 2023-2024 school year is 1,451. Respectfully request a motion to approve the August board transfers for 2023-2024 as presented this morning.
Do I hear a motion that we approve the August board transfers for 2023-2024 as presented by Dr. Griffin?
I make a motion we approve the August board transfers for 2023-2024 as has been presented.
Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And that motion passes. Thank you, Dr. Griffin. Next, Dr. McKellar.
Good morning, Chairman Pennell, members of the Board of Education, Dr. Smith. This morning I have 2 items to present. The first one is the 2023-2024 Caldwell County Schools Title I plan. And the executive summary is in board docs along with all the assurances that accompany that plan. But this plan is based off of our planning allocation of $2,938,564. We use Title I monies to fund teaching positions to reduce class size, to fund instructional assistance in our classrooms, also parent involvement, staff development, and many other things to help make sure that our students are successful in the classroom. We also make sure that we have monies set aside for our McKinney-Bento, our homeless students, to make sure that they have the resources that they need to be successful. So this morning, I respectfully request approval of our Title I plan for the 2023-2024 school year.
Okay, do I hear a motion that we approve the 2023-2024 Title I improvement plan as presented by Dr. McKellar?
Chairman Pennell, I move that we approve the 2023-24 Title I plan as presented by Dr. McKellar.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any questions? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes.
The second item I have is policy 3410, the testing and assessment program. We have revisions that we would like to put up for a 1 month or a public comment period. And basically the changes are changes to the exam exemption policy and looking at absences for that. So I respectfully request that we put that policy up for a comment period.
Okay, is there a motion to, that we have a revision to board policy 3410, testing and assessment program, and that it be on there for a period of public comment? Is there a motion?
I make that motion.
Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Any questions to that? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And motion passes.
Mr. Chairman, on that one, let me say that I've already met with the parent about the exam exemption policy. So when we have our work session next month, there'll be some information that I want to share on behalf of feedback that I've already received. So that'll be a good conversation for us to have.
Okay, Next, we have, well, each of you have received from our board attorney the information here on contract amendments. That's pertaining to the superintendent and assistant superintendent, and the contract amendments. Do I hear a motion? Everybody familiar with those? I know we have dealt with that before. Do I hear a motion that we approve those contract amendments as presented, and as you have had the chance to review from our board attorney sending those to us? Is there a motion?
I move that we approve the contracts as presented.
Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Any questions? Comments?
Is it just, yeah, I read through the thing, and the attorney reflected that this is what we did whenever we, from the study, salary study, is to try to get that alignment in motion that we worked on. That's what it
And
is.
the other big thing is my contract can't be more than 4 years long.
Right.
So my request is that at the end of a contract year, it be extended, and then like the cabinet contract period mirror mine, so it's just the adjustment. to the
Right,
ending
yeah,
period.
it's just changing the 1 year after 1 year. And we've
So
done that.
that'd be back to 4.
Right, we've done that in the past.
Any other questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? And motion passes. Seeing that we have no other business on our agenda, do I hear a motion that we adjourn?
I make a motion we adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And no one has opposed, so we are adjourned. BJ, thanks for being with us by phone. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Missed you guys.
Have a
Missed
good
you
day.
too, be careful.
Enjoy.